Hey y'all, this here's the Papaw again. This here video is kind of a special one because this is the very first skin or theme I ever done for Kodi or PSMC. I did this years ago and it's one of the animated themes, and there just isn't any left anymore, and I try to keep them alive. So here you go, the very first one. It's called PSMC Sylvo theme or skin. They're called skins in Kodi and PSMC, but I'm so used to calling them themes. The first thing I'm showing here is how to install it. All my skins or themes, they're all located in the repo. So just go into the look and feel and choose skins and pick the one that you'd like to install. Each skin that I do has its own accompanying audio files. So once you've installed it, you'll need to go into the system settings and go into system, then into audio, and scroll all the way down to the bottom and change it from the Kodi UI sounds to the pertaining skin or theme that you selected. Then you'll need to exit out, and what you're doing is you're resetting it so that the home screen animations will start working. And here you can see some of the animations. The only thing that I have changed with this is when I updated it is, if you notice under the TV shows, you see the papaw or the older man and the little boy, and they're fishing. Other than that, I've kept it 100% original since it was the very first one that I did. A lot of the other animated themes, I'm actually going through and changing a lot of the graphics and making them more up to date looking. Here I'm just showing you the default settings of what you're going to see. That was just a view of what the settings look like. This is the skin settings itself. Here you've got tons of options to change, tinker with. You can disable the top bar as your date and time settings. Auto scroll is for your movies and TV shows, so auto scroll. This will be your indicators if your movie's been watched or not watched. You can toggle those off and on. This is where you can enable the startup intro, and there's a included one. You can enable your autocomplete. Here's where you toggle off the animations on the home screen. Here you can toggle on the following objects. These following objects do not show when you're watching videos. And like, for example, the Donald Duck, it actually has another one for it that are Disney characters. As I update them, I'll update all those as well in a different theme. You can animate the background. You can choose the time between the background changes. These are your language flags. Choose between white or colored icons. Here you can install optional add-ons that will make the skin more customizable. Now these are local TV channels that are using the HD home run. So if you have the HD home run, you just download the add-on from the Kodi repository, and it'll play your local channels.
So you can't
later in the video, I'll show you how to install a couple add-ons. They give you like 1,000 channels that are free. Here I'm just going to enable a widget so that you can see the widget. This is the stats for each category. So this is going to show me how many TV channels I have. Pick the recently played channels for the widget. And you can choose your widget style. The farther down you go in the list, the smaller each icon is on the widget. You can put frames around each item. Some of them look better with the glass clear frame. Some of them look better without anything. You'll see more of that when I get into the movies and TV section. This is a label style. Show on focus means it doesn't show until you move up to the item, and then it'll appear what it is. So there's some recent TV channels that I played with. And of course, if you click on one, it'll go to that channel. This is just showing the weather using the open Meteo, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Here I'm changing the weather icons to animated, the background to multi-fan art, and they'll change. There's tons of them you can install to get a different look, and they're all available in the Kodi repository, which of course is included in. You'll have my repo, Kodi repo, 2 or 3 others. And they're all default part of PSMC. Here I'm going to add a widget for the weather, for the forecast. I'm going to turn on the info line. Select the widget, go down to System and Weather. It's a weather widget, so I'll select weather and do the forecast. Again, I'm going to change the widget style. By showing on panel, that means it'll be displayed on each day or each item in the widget. You have to back out completely for the widget for it to rebuild the skin. Now when I go over to the weather, you can see. Here I'm going to create a widget for TV shows. Now I've already imported a local library. So if you haven't done that, you will need to do that. For example, if you're using a NAS or if you have an external hard drive plugged into the device you're using. And here I'm going to use posters, and I'm going to add a case. Now this widget, I'm going to change the sort order. So I want TV shows by the date they were added descending. So whatever is the last one that it's added, it will show first. Now, when you go into the views of the actual shows and movies, there are tons of different options of how you want it to look. Now, this is going to be a movie widget for recently added movies. And again, this is going to be the movies that are already in my library. And I chose a panel style instead of the extended panel. So to me, it'll look a little neater. Again, I'm going to change it by date added in a descending order. I'll add the second widget. And let's go with a customized widget. And we'll pick an add-on and see the options in here. And we will look for maybe what's in theaters. I'm just going to change the text. Now you can leave it just like this. This is what's going to display under the widget itself. I'm going to get rid of the movie DB helper. Just put in theaters. Now you can choose different formats like poster or fan art. The fan art's going to be a wider widget. Here I'm just going to use a glass or a clear frame, so to speak. And there you go. When you move to movies, you have two widgets now. This is from my local library, what's been added, and this is what's in theaters now. And if you choose an add-on like Fuzzy Britches 5, and you choose in theaters from that add-on, it will actually play when you click on it, if there are streams available. Here I'm just going to set up a widget for the system items. Now you can move the menu bar on the main screens to the center, and if you have two widgets, one will be on the top and one will be on the bottom. And if you leave it low like it is now, then it'll display them both above the menu bar. If you notice the bottom left, you can see where the info line is showing memory used, system CPU. It'll do the same with the TV shows or your music or your movies. You can create widgets for every one of these categories. You can turn each one of these off of the menu item. For example, if you don't use music videos, you can go into the skin setting and just toggle it off. It won't even display. You can delete it. You can add any new category that you wish to do, and of course create widgets for it as well. For example, like a kids or a sports. Alright, I'm going to install an add-on. Do a video add-on, and this will be Fuzzy Bridges 5. Fuzzy Bridges 5 it works, and it does require things like real to bridge or premiumize. But it also lets you add items to your library. And so, for example, you can add a TV show to your library by just doing a search, and you can set it up to where when a new episode comes out, it'll show you automatically. Oh, there's a new show, and click on it. It does use scrapers from the Coco repository, which is included in PSMC. These are the repositories that's included. The Sly Guy repository is one that allows you to install other add-ons for video. You can use things like Pluto TV, Samsung TV, and of course, when you stream from those, they're all free. And it'll give you about 1,000 TV channels. He works on them constantly. He does an awesome job. Here's how I would create an add-on through Fuzzy Bridges 5 about new TV shows. And again, I'm going to edit the name of it so it looks a little cleaner on my home screens. Select the style. Give it a minute to populate, and there it is. There's new TV shows. Now, once you enable your accounts with Real to Bridge or Premiumize, I think there's 2 or 3 more. All you have to do is go to that particular show. You can add it to your library. Now, as you can see here, I don't have it Real to Bridge account set up in this because it's just for demonstration. And again, you can add any show you want through Fuzzy Britches right to your library. You don't have to search for it all the time. It'll remember, it'll find new episodes. And you can do the same for movies. Alright, this is going to take a while, but this is where I start going through all the actual different views for movies and TV shows. And every view has individual settings that you can toggle off and on. So it's endless the way you can make this look. So I'm going to take a break for now and just let you enjoy for a bit. Hopefully enjoy. Now when you use the showcase view, if you have the actual artwork, for example the CDs, you'll see once I turn them on, the real CD for the movie will actually roll into the case. I have a dummy one that's included in the skin so that if you don't have one, something will still be animated. And you'll see that here in a minute once I turn them on. As you can see, there's a lot of different views to choose from. And of course, you can use different views for your movies and your TV shows. Now your PVR, you can change it to where it uses your channel numbers from the back end. In other words, whoever you're getting the source from, like IPTV. Here I'm telling it to, when I click on a channel, to go to it instead of asking me if I want to go to it. I'm going to clear the data so it redoes the guide. So now my channel numbers should be the actual channel numbers instead of starting out with 1. So as you can see, those are the real channel numbers now. And again, that's using the HD home run. While we're in TV, let's go and install a couple more add-ons and show you what I was talking about. Some of the other free channels. So let's go to Sly Guide repository. There's video add-ons, and we'll install 2 of them. We'll do the Pluto TV and Samsung TV. He's got tons of them you can use. Some of them require a premium account, so if you already have them, you can install those and use them. Here I'm just going to go ahead and create a couple of widgets for the add-on so I can get to them quicker. I'm going to use a custom widget. And this one here, we're going to do video add-on. We're going to go ahead and select our style. We'll put a clear glass case around them so they're more distinguished. Now when you create a custom widget, you have to back out pretty much all the way, then go right back into it to actually add the custom widgets that you want to be included. So I'm going back in now, and I'm going to start choosing. Now, I've already done this once with a different theme, and it remembered it. So if you add them to your favorites, it saves the icon better. It's just the way Kodi and PSMC work. So then I'll find it in my favorite. We'll add them. And to add something to your favorite, you just long press on your OK key if you're using a remote, or the enter key if you're using a keyboard. There you go. So to include the TV shows that's in the add-ons from Sly Guy's repo, what you'll do is you'll go into the add-on and select the PVR. Select the Setup IPTV Merge. And of course, if you haven't, it'll ask you if you want to download it. And it's something from Kodi. Select the channels you want included. And there's a bunch of countries. You'll need the IPTV Simple Client, and it'll also ask you if you want to download it. It's also part of the Kodi repo. What this is doing is it's going to include all those channels now in your TV guide, your EPG. As you can see at the top, it's reloading for the guide. We'll do the same thing for the Samsung TV add-on. Again, just go to the PVR and Live TV section, set up IPTV merge, select all the countries. You can include them all if you'd like. And now you can see it's showing it's merging two playlists. And of course your HD home run stuff, it's going to be included as well. And again, these two particular add-ons are 100% free. It doesn't cost anything. He does an EPG guide for all this stuff, so you'll have, on most everything you're going to have the EPG with it. I'm just scrolling through to show you how many channels you have now that are free. And he does regular maintenance. So there's, if a channel goes down or a couple of them, he gets in there and gets them fixed if he can. They change quite often what they are. As you can see, there's quite a few channels. A little bit for everyone. You've got sports, entertainment, children's. Now the channel's broke, that's what you're going to see. Most of the time they all work.
You want a piece of me? Take it, Bridget.
Start pulling off numbers.
Step right up.
Okay.
Since they came. You haven't done a.
Now with the Sly Guy add-ons, you have the option to change the quality. For example, 480 or 720. I think he goes up to 1080. And you have the option to choose those. So if you've got a slower internet, you can turn them down to where they're not taking up so much bandwidth.
You're the owner of the piece.
Yes, that's right.
And you are a 6th grade school teacher.
This is a guy that I love watching on tape. I agree with you guys at the desk.
Well, that's about it for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share the video. Spread the word. Comments, questions, and suggestions are always welcome below. If you have a minute, make sure to check out the Buy Me a Coffee page for all the latest updates and information on how to gain access to exclusive content to both the PSGC and the PSMC collections. And while you're there, maybe you'll buy me a cup of coffee, or maybe become a member. Or maybe you'd rather make a donation through PayPal. By the way, just so you know, all the donations are used for my grandson's college fund. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Spread the word, share the video for us. Y'all have a great day now. You hear?